Hello, and welcome to Art Minutes. I'm Kerry Elkins, an education assistant at the Appleton Museum of Art. Today, I'd like to talk to you about a piece of glassware by Émile Gallé, Vase with Grapevines. Vase with Grapevines is a cylindrical glass vessel that slightly widens in diameter as your eye moves down the vase. It is 13 inches tall, 2 3/8 inches wide at the mouth of the vase, and 5 inches across at the bottom. This work is a fine example of Gallé's interest in botany and natural science. The colors are earthy tones of brown with lighter tones of amber and light pink, almost reminiscent of a sunset. In order to see the full range of colors in this piece, the museum displays it with a light below to illuminate the vase. The main pattern is accurately rendered grapevines with detailed leaves that are found winding across the circular surface of the vase. Museum preparator Paul Arthur is seen slowly rotating the vase in his hands to show you these details. This is an example of enameled glass. Enameled glass involves a process of crushed glass that is then applied to create a design on a body of glass and then fired in a kiln. As such, when one runs their fingertips over this piece, the grapevines and leaves are slightly raised from the body of the vase. One interesting detail of this piece is Gallé's use of line. Gallé was heavily influenced by Japanese art as reflected in his choice of colors and lines. These particular lines remind me of the clouds often depicted in landscapes of Asian art. Also notable is his signature, of which there were many variations over the years. It is likely that this piece was a commercial product of his factory, which at one point employed over 300 workers. Gallé oversaw the business, including its artistic direction. Gallé was a key figure of the Art Nouveau movement who was known not just for his glassware, but his furniture designs as well. His family owned a glass-making factory. Growing up, Gallé frequently spent time in the lush gardens of various family members, which fostered his interest in botany and was often his subject matter for drawings. It served as a living library for botanical reference for Gallé. He pursued studies in philosophy, natural sciences, sculpture, and drawing abroad in Germany. Gallé's travels also had an influence on his work, spending hours at botanical gardens and museums admiring classical glassware and Eastern art. Upon his return to France, he devoted himself to studying the chemistry of glassmaking in preparation for taking over the family business. When Gallé did so, he realized it needed to be financially successful in order to fund his experimental glass. His devised work motto, "My root is deep in the woods," was later carved on the factory doors. Gallé also established the School of Nancy, with the goal of gathering local artists with a focus on nature. Gallé died in 1904 of leukemia, and the factory remained operational until the 1930s, run by his son-in-law. Gallé's glassware is found in museums and galleries across the world, including the Appleton Museum, which owns several pieces. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to sharing more Art Minutes with you soon. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.